All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Friday, February 23rd. Finishing up another great week here at the Wine Watch. We've got a short week next week with Domaine Leflaive tasting being the headliner on Friday, going all the way back to my birth year, 1969. Celebrate my 42nd rather. Wow, time flies. All right, well, what have we got to sell you today? We've got another great white Burgundy. I know we just sent out a white Burgundy offer, but there were so many wines on that offer, I think we confused people. So we're just going to stick to one wine, one producer rather today, and one single wine that we've got, the Bruno Colin 2005 Chassagne Montrachet Les Chaumees. And this is a premier cru Chassagne, and one of my favorite villages in Burgundy is Chassagne Montrachet. And, well, Chassagne and Puligny Montrachet are definitely the two best known, and the two money villages. Most of the Grand Crus, the great Grand Crus located there, of course, other than Porton Charlemagne. Easy to remember the white Grand Crus, that there's only like 5 or 6 of them. Batard, Bienvenu, Batard, Chevalier Montrachet, Les Montrachet, and Montrachet. And, the village wines carry the title, have adopted the title of the greatest Grand Cru in that area. So you have Chassagne has tagged on Montrachet, and Puligny has tagged on Montrachet to the village names over the years, and that's because the vineyard Les Montrachet and the Montrachet is halfway in between both of those villages. So Chassagne Montrachet to me is always a little more forward, a little more drinkable, and then Puligny Montrachet to me always needs a little bit of time. I'll never forget the tasting we did with one of the great producers in Burgundy, Domaine Leflaive, with Puligny Montrachet village all the way back to 83. We're still drinking beautifully. So when you hear critics say, oh, you need to drink those wines within the next 5 years or 3 years, the great white Burgundies can age for a long time. And with wines like this from a great vintage, 2005, an outstanding vintage for reds, very good for whites. I've included here an article of Janice Robinson, a very famous member of the English press, that has written about this vintage if you want to get some in-depth information about the vintage and the year 2005 in Burgundy. Some great reading there. And, I can just tell you this wine's still a baby. I've decanted it for an hour and a half already, and it's just really starting to open up on the nose. A little bit of a shy flower at first, but this 2005, after about an hour and a half, starting to show a hint of fresh buttered brioche and some lovely peach and candied lemon fruit here on the nose with some stone-like minerality. You definitely notice the chalk, the limestone soil here coming out of the great villages of Burgundy in their wines in a vintage like 2005. On the texture, this wine has got wonderful concentration on the tongue. The texture of it, like whole milk, and wonderful tangy minerality showing up on the finish. And you can just tell this wine has got a long ways to go in the cellar, at least 3 to 5 more years. But hey, after tasting that village Puligny Montrachet from Leflaive last year, it could go another 15 or 20 if cellared properly. Well, hey, we do have some other wines from Bruno Colin, also dramatically discounted. This 05, when they first came out, we were listing these wines in the $80 to $90 price range. It is on sale for like $43 today. All right, well, check them out on this offering. All the other wines from Bruno Colin. Your host, Andrew Lamposone, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.